Hi everyone, this is Maura Sweeney and welcome to episode 12 of the ABCs of Now. This special 26-part series is taking us all through the alphabet with a letter and an accompanying word in each of the 26 episodes, but rather than going first from A and ending at Z, we're beginning with the letter Z and returning back to the letter A. Each one of these episodes are designed to literally unravel, unwind, undo, and to help us all unlearn many of the concepts that we have acquired individually as well as collectively over the course of time and human experience. But in the unlearning, this time of great shift and what feels like uncertainty, the goal of it is to help us undo and to go back and unravel and to arrive back at what I would call home. And what might home be but a place of peace, of harmony, of rest, not only within ourselves, but also between ourselves and others as well. It's the place we were designed to live and dwell in. So this time period we're going through is being felt economically, socially, politically, militarily. Whether we see these things or not, they are all playing out educationally in every sense. I only mentioned a few, but when I say an epic shift, a time of great change throughout the earth, it is happening right now. Now, for those of you who have been paying attention to this series and have been following it, you know that the series designed for this epic era of now is not designed to add elements of fear or unrest, but rather to help you remember your soul, to help you go back and find that place that you would maybe consider your true north, your home base, the place where your mind, your emotions, your soul, your spirit, everything ends up like a pillar of oneness and harmony. Now, it may seem like a huge stretch, but when you consider and sense the changes we're going through, it's very hard to deny that something big is happening here and in the now. So we are right now on episode 12. And as I was waiting for my next word to appear, I was surprised to find out that for episode 12 and letter O, that it was not a word at all, but you'll find out what it is. It's an expression you may know of as OMG. O, that stands for OMG. For some, it's oh my goodness. Some of them, it's oh my gosh. For most, it's oh my God. It's an expression that is used when there are no words to articulate what just happened. This is a very exciting word, and I want you to listen to it at the level I'm giving it, which is really the way I've received it. The first time I got this word, I got this picture or the expression OMG. I had this image of a young boy. I would put him at about 14, maybe 15 years old in the time period where he doesn't need to be around his parents' watchful eye, but nor is he old enough to get in a car and drive. He's at that in-between stage, and he goes out on his bicycle. And he's probably done this every day after school, maybe on the weekends. He could be out meeting with friends. But I had this image of that young boy / young man, or man in the making, who all of a sudden, while riding his bike on a sidewalk, along a road, not necessarily a busy road, there are trees everywhere, he comes to a full stop. And he knows something has taken place. He witnesses something. He feels something, hears something. His body registers something major. And he's without words. And the only thing that comes out of him is, OMG, or oh my God, the wordless experience for something that previously was unknown and had no words to express. Now, that was the first thing. Here's the next thing that I got as I allowed this new episode to germinate. It was a picture. And I want you to imagine this. I want you to think about an experience that we can all have, no matter where we live, no matter our age, our background, our education, etc. Whether it's audible, maybe visible, maybe we feel it at some cellular level within us. Whatever it is, it's undoubtable. And it's utterly confounding to the senses because it's never been experienced before. So the picture that came to mind is this. I want you to think about the world in which we live, let's say an Earth, and then there's a dome that covers over it. Well, somehow we don't even know the dome exists. We could look up normally, we see a sky, and we think it's all unlimited. But what we don't know is that there literally is a dome, and the dome has been there for a long time. The dome, in a sense, operates as a seal, as something that is sealed shut, as if we've been all collectively living inside this sealed shut, domed environment, except that we have absolutely no idea that that's where we've been living. But suddenly, where there doesn't appear to be anything other than sky, something inserts itself, introduces itself, I would say interrupts through the dome, the sealed dome. And we might look at it and think, well, what is this? What is this? I didn't even know there was anything else. And as this interruption, this insertion, this literal wedge comes in, it appears to divide and separate the dome that we thought was all there is. And I say, well, would this be a dome of information? Whatever this dome is, it has existed invisibly above us. And it has somehow separated us from what is above it, what is beyond it, so that our entire universe of not only knowledge, but experience has been contained within it. Now, here's something I want you to know. When this wedge suddenly appears in a place that we didn't even know had a seal or existed as a seal, we suddenly realize we have been inside a dome, inside, maybe some of you might want to refer to it as a matrix. That is part of the shock, but there's more to it. That when this wedge, when this interrupter, when this introducer of new things comes into our previously sealed arena where we all live, the people that follow this will understand this. You will not be terrorized, not at all, as in put in fear. But I will say this, you will find the experience utterly awe-inspiring. I'll say it again. You'll find the experience awe-inspiring. And the word awe, what is awe? It's an OMG. It's, what is that? What just happened? We're going to be brought some revelation beyond our dome, beyond that sealed environment of true reality. Something we need to know, to see, and to hear. Something that will be of a revelatory impact to all of us. And what I want to finally say, to add to this, is that the effect of this OMG experience we're going to have, and maybe people will have it on different levels, but there'll be no doubt they experienced it. The effect of this OMG moment is going to be that of two things. Number one, a leveler, and number two, a unifier. A notable outcome is going to be that people will realize that their neighbor was not their foe. Or, said another way, the artificially created divides that people were meant to believe in, that have caused so much social unrest, so much conflict, and even war, will lose their potency. It won't be something that will be actually pointed to, but it will be an outcome. It'll be an experience as a dissipation of focus, kind of similar to when someone awakens from a dream. That while asleep, that dream felt so tangible and so real. And yet, when you awaken from the dream, you realize that the awareness of the dream goes away because here you are. It's like wakening from a very vivid dream. You'll know there was a dream, but you'll awaken from it and you'll think, oh my gosh, that was just a dream. I want to explain it maybe another way as well. I want you to think about something that was not just a dream, but maybe even a spell, S-P-E-L-L, whose magic power was interrupted, exposed, broken, and suddenly other things were able to introduce and insert themselves into the arena where the spell was cast and sort of sealed, where everyone was experiencing the same reality. Well, when this spell or this OMG moment occurs, you'll find what was previously thought and believed and lived inside of as if it were a very vivid and long-term dream that seemed so real. It will be like clouds that dissipate, just sort of goes away. Goes away. You don't even know where those clouds went. They were here, now they're not. They separate, they go away. And the reason why is because the reality will enter in and the spell loses its potency. But that spell was so seductive, so pervasive, so acceptable, so common. It went along for a long time, unacknowledged. Unacknowledged. But the OMG moment, keep this in mind, is going to cause truth to enter, true reality to appear, and we will all witness it in our own unique way. So as you think about your own learning, in this case, your own unlearning, undoing, unwinding, unraveling, and even uncovering of things that you had acquired as reality during this major time of change, I want you to give some thought and anticipate the letter O. Don't know when it's going to happen. I can't give you the exact nature of it. All I know is it's going to be an OMG like we've never before experienced it. And at the end, we're all going to smile brighter than we did before. So keep this in mind, and until the next time, this has been Maura with Maura for You. Be sure to find me. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast series, Maura Sweeney, Living Happy Inside Out, and be sure to get every new episode as it comes off the shelf. Thanks again. Until next time. Bye-bye.